Hi folks, so we're starting this new topic of trigonometry and this is actually the last topic in your S2 course before we start doing some revision, so that's good news. It's a bit tricky, especially since you're going to be learning them at home, but I want you all to try really hard and just be patient with it. If you're getting a bit frustrated, then just go away and try another time or send me a little message. So these are our learning intentions that we're going to do today, so you can have a read through them. You're also going to need to have a scientific calculator for the whole trigonometry topic. I know most of you have that. If you don't have one, if you could try and get one, but if not, if you turn the calculator on your phone so it's sideways, then quite often the sine, cos and tan buttons come up and you can use your phone instead, but try and have a scientific calculator to do it. So the buttons that we're going to be using are... get the pointer, are these three here. So the sine one, the cosine one, and the tan. Okay, so the proper names for them are sine, S-I-N-E, and then we say sine for short. Even though it looks like sin, you still say sine. Then cosine is the proper name of it, but we say cos for short. And then the tangent, which is the one we're going to start with today, and we say tan for short. So those three buttons you're going to need to use whenever we're doing this whole topic. Okay, so this is the first thing I'd like you to copy, which is labeling the triangle. So trigonometry can only be used in right angle triangles, the same as Pythagoras' theorem. We label the sides of the triangles using these three names. Now you already know one of them, you already know the hypotenuse from doing Pythagoras. The hypotenuse is always directly opposite the right angle. So you should be well practiced by now with being able to look at the right angle and then go straight across and say that's the hypotenuse over there. The other two sides are called the adjacent and the opposite. So adjacent means beside and opposite means opposite. And they change about depending on which angle you're looking at in your right angle triangle. So in this first triangle at the top, I've put an X at this angle up here. So if you had a problem where you were either working out that angle or you knew that angle and you were going to use it, then you would say that this is the opposite to it. So this side is called the opposite. And this one is beside the angle, the one touching it, and it's called the adjacent. If you were looking at the other angle in the triangle, you can see down in this bottom example, if you were looking at this angle, then that's the opposite to it. And this one at the bottom is the adjacent because it's beside it. So you need to have a little think and learn which is the opposite and which is the adjacent on the triangles. Okay, and you might need to come back to this page, which is why I'm getting you to write it out later on in next week. Okay, so today we're going to start looking at the tangent ratio. So if you've watched the little BBC bite-sized video, you'll have had a little intro into trigonometry and how it can be used to work out lengths of sides of triangles or angles. So the first thing we're going to do today, though, is we're just going to familiarise ourselves with the tangent ratio and being able to work out the tan of an angle on the calculator. So this slide here, I would like you to copy into your jotter as well. So put the title, the tangent ratio. And then first of all, we're going to practice finding out the tan of an angle. To do that, all you do is you'll be given this as the question, and all you do is type that into your calculator. So on your scientific calculator, you press the tan button and then the number and press equals, and then it'll give you this big long answer. We're going to round our answers to 3 decimal places today, so this answer would be 0.900. So that's the first question in the exercise you're going to do. And then you're just going to have a think about how where this tangent ratio comes from. So the tan of an angle is the opposite side divided by the adjacent side. So this example checks that and shows you that. If you look at this triangle I've drawn here, I've told you that this angle down here is 35.5 degrees. And if we think about the sides of the triangle here, let's get the pencil back. So the right angle's here. So if I go directly opposite to the right angle, then this side is the hypotenuse. I'm going to put H for hypotenuse because I'm not very good at writing on this. Then if this is the angle we're dealing with, then if we go directly opposite that, that means that this 5 is the opposite side in this triangle. So I'll put an O beside it. And the one down at the bottom, the 7 centimetres, that's the adjacent to 35.5. So I'm going to put an A down there beside that. So all you have to do then really today is we're not going to actually do much working out. We're just going to check that the tan works on a few triangles. So if you type in your calculator tan 35.5, like you did up here, then the answer you should get is, I can't see it on my screen, is 0.71. And then if you look at this triangle and did the opposite side, which is 5, divided by the adjacent side, which is 7, you should get the same answer, 0.71. So that's just to show you that how the tan ratio works. Okay, so that's just a check for question 2 on the exercise today. And then next time what we're going to do is we're going to use this tan ratio to work out some length of side. So I'll show you another example on how to do that before you have to do that. Okay, so can you do the textbook questions, and then that's you done for today. Well done.